I'm back in Super Mario 3D World here, and in this video I'm starting with the title screen here, just to show off like various times during the cutscene, several different variants. Like this one is taking place at dusk, and there's also some night variants as well here, just really like show off a variety here. And yeah, pot plants there and baseballs there, no Plushie in the background, that's different. So yeah, nice variety of different variants of the cutscene there. Alright, now it's time to actually go back to the actual game here. Yeah, enough gawking at title screens here. Now it's time to do the fourth world here. Alright, here we go. Off to the ruins here. There we go. Alright, here we go. Shuffling you guys around. And now it's time for Blue Toad. Okay, here we go. Going off to this sand dunes here. Yeah, this is kind of like the World 2 theme from the desert here, but now it's being a slight reappearance there because yeah, we didn't have that much of desert levels, yeah, because this game's all about shifting the world themes all around here. And yeah, we got these enemies here, these bugs enemies. I don't think you can really kill them via jumping on them. And these also this variants with a spike helmet there. Yeah, there we go. And the means of killing us with the scratch attacks there. There we go. Well, I presume we have firepower too, but that's the cat suit is what I have on hand here. So yeah, that's what I'm using here. All right, I should probably just kill enough of them and then get up to get up there. There we go. And there is something here, I believe. Yeah, a green star. When there's a wall there that you can feel you climb, that's a sign that's probably there's something there. Alright, god damn it. Alright, now what you are showing off here? Yeah, probably showing off the warp pipe there because yeah, we got some level here to show off here. And now we have giant variants here, very massive ones here. Now those are basically used to get to use platforming here. Alright, here we go. And yeah, we're also platforming the small ones here. Yeah, there we go. Alright, come on. Yeah, that's kind of the thing with these bug enemies here. They're enemies that are also platforms, I guess you could say. Alright, what's in here? I want to see it. I don't want to get too close. Yeah, there we go, a mushroom. Oh, now I think about it, that could have been a cat suit if I had to on me here, but nope. Anyway, now it's just basically just riding on these guys here, basically just using them as platforms here. They don't seem to really care much, as you can see. I'm bouncing on his eyes and they don't care much. Alright, just moving on forward here. Is there things on the bottom here, or it's just gonna lead to death? No, there's something there. Yeah, I should realize that because I used the Pixie's binocular sight there to move the camera. Come on. God, I just have short memory, I guess. Alright, that warp pipe just leads me to the goal, I guess. Ah, I missed my landing with the bugs there. Alright, there we go. Nice good view of nice glimpse of small Toad there with the swap colors there. That's nice. Alright, there we go. And as such we got a stamp with the bug there too. Alright, here we go. Got the green stars there. And now we're off to a swamp area. There we go with a certain type of piranha plants there. That's nice. So we're just another level based on an enemy, and now we're off to another level based off an enemy here. Alright, yeah, these guys there, they kind of I believe there's two methods that these types of piranha plants do. There's the ones that are constantly moving, and there's the ones that sleep here, this one here. Yeah, there we go. And just I believe they would come back at a certain point. So yeah, it's basically how to kill them is make them go all the way back to their source area. Yeah, there we go, just like that. Alright, here we go. And now it's required for this one to actually make progress here. There we go. Alright. Now off to the underground area. Alright, here we go. Don't need to like kill them all of them all the time because yeah, that would just be like way too fucking long. Alright, might as well get that the cutscene to easily reach that. There we go, especially since I'm like small peach there. Alright, now it's time to use some stairs. God damn it. Come on. There we go. Come on. Alright, there we go. Yep, there we go. Yeah, just like the buttons in the last one, we're also using these guys as like platforms, I guess. I don't know, but jumping on enemies to reach up higher like areas is always kind of like a thing in like Mario. So yeah, it's not like entirely like unique thing to these guys, but yeah. Anyway, there's like a green star down here. Might as well grab that because yeah, it's like explore, I guess. Alright, here we go. No. That guy was like meant to like easily reach that area, but can I reach it as Peach with her float? No, I think I like missed opportunity there, so might as well go swimming, I guess, into the underwater here. Alright, it's like, this area is kind of like complicated. Like, this area is like, is this like area 3D? Yeah, I like moving back and forth, but it's kind of like a sort of like 2D area. It's kind of like, it looks like a side scroller, and yet the area is like 3D, so I don't know how much I can like properly dodge in this case. I'm assuming just assume these guys take like the entire space. God damn it. It's like very difficult to hit him when it's like his like spike like area is like taking up like area to like reach his like weak point there, but yeah. Alright, time to recollect this here again. Alright, here we go. Go all the way back up here. Alright, now it's like a second opportunity like this to reach this area again, so let's see if I can try. There we go. Yep, there we go. Go down to the easy pathway here. There we go. And quit stamp. Alright. Good thing I died in that case so I can take down the easy area. Alright, now it's time for that random block there to give me a cat suit. There we go. Alright, you bees, you're trying to home lock on me. We saw you guys back in the desert and you guys are making a reappearance here. Alright, this like, I think, yeah, this is like a green star right here. And I believe this is going to give me like a green star once I finish all of this. Yeah, there we go. That's kind of like pretty obvious there, like that. Collect all the coins and get a green star there. Alright, there we go. Now we're into like the really swampy area of the level here. There we go, just like this like waterfall of like of poison here. That's like a very aesthetic pleasing level of all this like purple swaths, the dark greens, and the fire. It's like very like atmospheric kind of level here. I kind of like that. Alright, here we go. Now we're like reaching off to the end here. Alright, there we go. And did not quite reach towards the end there. God damn it. Alright, there we go. Alright, stamp there, and it's just a warp pipe. Probably the lamest stamp that we got so far there. Just like a pipe, I guess. Nothing characteristic about it at all. Alright, ooh, now we got like an enemy there. Alright, but first I'm going to go to the Toad House because I think that will be very useful indeed. Alright, let's see, what do we got here? Alright, there we go. Alright, I think I wanted the Firefire and the Tanuki here for this one. I mean, we haven't seen much of like these powers all that much. All we've getting so far is just like the Katsu most of the time. I mean, it's pretty much the like power up throughout the game here, but yeah. Let's get some more variety here. As variety as in like the characters as well. Alright, for these enemies, you basically just hit them and just like have them push into the lava here. No, push the enemy, not me. God damn it. Alright, I just basically like lost the opportunity to use the Tanuki there. My God, it could have been like very useful. I could like try to hit them and then just like easily just like go back there. So it's like Alright, here we go. There there we go. That shouldn't be so difficult. Why did I die so stupidly to that? My god. And that didn't took so difficult anyways. Alright. Alright, 64. There we go. The magic Nintendo number now. Alright, here we go. Now we got like 2 levels here. There we go. Not one, both of them are like free to utilize here. Not one that requires any green stars here. Just seeing, is there anything else? Alright, there's a warp pipe there, but let's focus on like the task at hand here. Alright, there we go. Alright, shuffling around here. Alright, Luigi. Alright, there we go. Now we got like these blocks here. Alright, this is probably gonna be like terrible for like recording because it's all about like the rhythm of this one here. Yeah, you can see they're like moving on to the beat and then they switch. Alright, and I also got double cherry. Let's have these guys like move closer together here. Alright. Alright, there's gonna be like some like green stars are like gonna be like required for these. Alright. Here we go. Or, now we got to split them up here. Alright, now it's just coins there. Alright. Now wait for the thing. Alright, we got like boomerang guys here. Alright, you're gonna cause some trouble here. Alright. Come on, hit you guys. No! I lost one of my clones. They're not, at least not as difficult as like the 2D games here. There's like, they're like more easier to spot their boomerangs here than like New Super Mario Bros. Alright, now quickly go over here. And god damn it, despite that I keep like losing my clones to you guys here, my god. Alright, here we go. And we got like Luigi like swimming in here. There we go. Just like more like Luigi cameos right there. There we go. Alright. Come on, just like get up here. And I believe that's like, is that like Luigi is like, it's like fire flower there, or it's just like Luigi typical? I don't know, like NES, like Mario, the NES Super Mario Bros. Have like weird like looks for like the sprites there. Oh my god, I just like, ugh. Yeah, the NES area has some like weird sprites for like the characters there, so it's like, there's like some that like just like I just look at them and just like bizarre at anything. But after all, it's kind of like the first game. I mean, not like kind of like first overall, but like there's like NES like Mario Bros. There. I think that was like technically first, but it's like it was still like very on like early on for like these characters. So like everything was like still like being figured out at during that time. All right, here we go. Let's just like group you guys together here. Alright, let's like wait here. Alright, come on. I can just like hold rapidly press Y to have them like basically just like run in place there. Oh my god, I like hit you and then you like lose one of my clones here. My god. Oh, there's like a glowing thing here. Oh yeah, you guys give me coins there. Yeah, that's very neat. And nothing too spectacular there. Alright, now it's just basically there. Alright, there we go. At least here it's like not too difficult because there's like a white hue that like kind of blinks there, kind of like signifying that yeah, they're going to change. But spoiler alert, we're going to see this like later on, and those like later levels, you're not going to get like that hue there. Alright, here we go. Yeah, the later levels are probably gonna have to be quiet when this like gimmick comes back because yeah, some of them can be like very like ridiculous. Alright, here we go. And there. And just quickly get over to here, get the checkpoint, and oh my god, like if I had like some of those clones and weren't for the Boomerang Bros, I probably could have reached that. Wait, what was that there again? Let me see. Yeah, a stamp. It's just a stamp anyways, nothing too important there. Alright. And just like wait for the blue to come back. And can I reach there? I mean, I'm playing some Luigi Go for all. Yeah, there we go. Could be a little risky with that there. Alright, now it's time for the slide here. Okay. Yeah, basically the slide there. But first, we got like a warp pipe here, so I want to make use of that here. Alright, here you go. Oh, I see what we have to do here. I believe there's gonna be, yeah, a bunch of like these blue coins are gonna appear, like, and you have to like basically collect them all before like the time like runs out here. And thanks to the clones, this is way much more easier. Yeah, there we go. Alright. And all of you come back very neatly, very one by one. So that makes this area much more like easier. Alright, here we go. And oh god, am I gonna like lose? Yeah, this is like very narrow slide here, so it's like when they like fall like that, it's like ugh. And yeah, I definitely need like at least one code for this. This is probably for the last like green star here. God damn it. Alright, and can you guys just like go away here? Alright, here we go. Alright, jump all the way up here, and there we go! At the end, there we go. Alright, here we go. And finish. Alright, here we go. Now let's probably go off to the other level right there, the alternate level right there. The one with the beady buds. Alright. Oh, Casino. Oh, do I really have to go all the way back there? Like, seriously? I'll do that later. Right now, I'm just, like, doing some levels here. God damn it. God, it's like, I believe they always, like, appear at, like, the very beginning. It's like, oh, and it's, like, so obnoxious. It's like, I don't want to go all the way back there, even though it doesn't take that very long. It's just, like, very inconvenient, because that means I have to go all the way back and grab there, and it's just, like, for some stuff that we've already seen before. I mean, it's still like very useful. I can't complain too much. It's just like I don't want to deal with it right now. All right, here we go. Just now it's time for, instead of like enemy gimmicks here, now it's just basically just like level gimmicks. I mean, the previous level was already just like level gimmicks. So yeah, we got from like enemy like gimmicks to much more like platform like gimmicks. Now it's just like these like bouncing like mushrooms here. There we go. And ground pound them to make much more bigger. Oh, there's also like those enemies there. Yeah, I believe those enemies up there also are like kind of like trampoline like based enemies. And if I hit them there, I was like, oh, I believe one of you. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, one of the enemies will like become a like trampoline so I can use to grab this like green star here. Yeah, there we go. And also like carry around there. Alright, also only one of them, not like 3 of them. Not like all 3 of them. I mean, I do not need like 3 like trampolines here, god damn it. Oh, okay, you came back. Well, I don't think I like need you anymore, so you could just be on that like bouncy mushroom and apparently not jump, apparently like I do. I guess you have like bounce immunity because you're like a bouncy ass enemy there. I don't know, I'm just like saying stuff. Alright, and can't like kill all of you guys. Well, I can get a fire for her at the very least, so that's good. Alright, now it's just basically go up here. Alright. Oh, we got like a massive like bouncy mushroom here, but before that, I'm going in here. Alright, so basically, yeah, use fire here. Yeah, fire is very useful here for you guys here. Oh my god. Come on, can I get up there? Yeah, there we go. Alright, enough with that with bouncy enemies. Now it's time for this like giant like bouncy thing here. Alright, as I spew fireballs striking down on you guys. I got too reckless with it. Alright. Now it's basically just like a traveling like level here. Just basically traveling all throughout here. With this like giant bouncy like mushroom blocks here. Yeah, this is like pretty fun here. And all the bee buds kind of like being like a circle rotation here. Yeah, very far more in depth. I missed a fire. That was pretty like stupid of me to use like the fire spout out when I'm like in like a moving like platform there. That was pretty stupid. But then again, look at me. I'm in like Smart Mario. I didn't want to die to the Beady Buds there. Alright, there we go. And we got a mushroom stamp there. Alright, there we go. Alright. I'm pretty good out with time here. I guess I could just might as well do that like this like level here, this like gauntlet stuff here, and that'll probably be the end of the video here. As well as like probably that pachinko there, because why not? Alright, here we go. Alright, hello there, just basically just like in this white void. Yeah, I got these like resident like pixies there that are kind of like just there. Yeah, those only resident pixies right here, like for like in these like challenging areas and for like looking forward, I guess there. Alright, here we go. Yeah, this is basically just like getting to the end here. Basically just like linear like level design here, I guess. This is like the theme here. Oh, okay, now we need to like go forward here. Now it's just like running away from the giant bonsai build here. Oh my god, why did the game give me Peach here? Like, she's like the slowest like of everyone here. God, Blue Toad would probably be perfect for this. I don't know, maybe if I dynamite like a bunch of times, I'd probably switch to him here, because Blue Toad is like made for like levels like this here. Okay, I guess Peach is like good for this, because yeah, good use of the float here. Yeah, some of the characters do have like some like downsides for much more gimmicky characters. Like Peach is like good with the float, but it's also like very slow. And Toad is like the fastest, but in contrast, I think it's like Jump is like the worst out of everyone. Alright, here we go. And I forget what the weakness is of Luigi. I think he's much more slippier than the other characters. At least that's the case from like other Mario games when he's playable. But yeah. And Mario's like what I said before, generic Mario, so nope. So he's got no like fancy gimmicks, but at the contrast that he has like no problems to him there. Alright, here we go. And now just like getting to the last of these like stars. Yeah, thanks for giving me some ones that like very make use of the jump there. Alright, so I guess Peach has some uses in this like challenging gauntlet stuff here, I guess, after all. Alright, yeah, just racking up all the green stars there. There we go. And save and do. And that's a nice wrap up to the video here. Yeah, that's a nice wrap up here. Yeah, did a lot of stuff here. And I can like zoom out into like the world map here. There we go. As I'm moving off to the Pachinko Sheen. So next time I'm going to do the rest of like World 4 here. So yeah, that's a nice wrap up here. Alright. I must say, I do like the 2D art of like the power-ups here. I mean, this game had like some nice like 2D art with like the health icon, the life counter like right there. And also like other material there. So yeah, that's nice. So goodbye.